This is the NEXG2 by Enya. It is a kind of acoustic sounding electric guitar, big old speaker on the front. Has a looper in it, has drum loops, kind of a busking guitar. Has effects, has about 4 different guitar sounds, a looper that you can turn the drums on and off. So we're gonna demonstrate that, you guys, real quick. And then I'll talk about some of the features this guitar has. It's kind of space age looking, but for someone that wants to be able to busk and maybe play on a corner or in a small setting and have lots of volume and be able to have a looper and all this stuff, it's all self-contained. The looper looks like this. And I am just going to loop something real quick and show you guys how it works, and then we'll talk about the features. So here we go. You turn it on with this big silver button here, and it loads up. And we'll go through some of the sounds real quick. So that's sound 1. Kind of an acoustic with an octaver in it. A regular acoustic with kind of a delay. And kind of a dry, almost classical sounding guitar. So we are going to loop something. What you do is you push both the switches like so, and you go into looper mode. And the left switch over here, you click on it and it starts the loop, and a drum sample will start after the loop. I think you can do it without the drum sample as well, but this is how it sounds. And you can tap tempo the tempo you want to the right here. So here we go. so very basic setup. And in fact, at the end of this video, I'm going to have a special guest who's never used this before. I'm going to show it to him, and he's going to learn how to use it within like just a few minutes. And so before we do that, I just kind of want to go over some of the features this guitar has and just kind of show you guys the controls. This is a very cool and just a fun, creative guitar that gets you creating and making music very quickly. If you know a bunch of different chord progressions or you sing, that's the other thing. It does come with a wireless mic as well. That's Bluetooth. All this connects to this thing Bluetooth. So the Footswitch and this microphone connect to this guitar wirelessly. And if you turn this on, check. So it has a little bit of reverb in it. So if I wanted to loop something and then sing over the top of it, she's a good squirrel, loves her mama, loves squirrels, and squirrels too. That's just an example of what you can do. My special guest at the end here will show you how this mic actually sounds a little better. I didn't really do any songs that I knew, and I don't want to get any copyright strikes on the channel, so I didn't sing anything that's other than that was almost free-falling. All right, guys, so this is your control panel for the guitar. It's kind of just right on top of the guitar. This big silver button turns it on. You just long press it. You've got a tuner. So if you tune it, if it's in tune, it'll make a noise telling you you're in tune. You can go to different settings, the looper setting, which you can adjust the levels of the drums and the guitar and the microphone. Here's your drum settings. If you wanted to pick some different kind of drums, you can do that. This is called indie. You can just kind of scroll through these if you want. The blues one. And this is all touchscreen, so you can just touch this stuff. And then if you want to go to all the main settings, this is all your different levels for your microphone, your guitar, your drums. And I think you can just scroll up, and there's other different settings, like there's a Bluetooth, there's the line out setting, there's the headphone setting, there's the brightness of the display setting. And it shows you what's paired. If it shows you the microphone is paired, it'll show you if the Footswitch is paired. And then there's other settings where you can actually play along with backing tracks. So you can actually hook this up via Bluetooth. Yep, you hold that down, see that Bluetooth right there? Your phone will connect. And one of the things it does, which I found really interesting, is it has a voice canceller on it. So if you wanted to sing along, like karaoke style, to any track off of Spotify, you could, because it kind of cancels out the voice, kind of like a karaoke machine does, which is actually very interesting. And I believe also, if you see this music setting right here, you can also connect this just to your phone and use this whole guitar, the speaker on the guitar at least, as a Bluetooth speaker. So this thing has so many cool features. If you're in the market for something like this, I'll put a link below. This is the Enya NEXG2, kind of a futuristic busking or like solo gig type looper guitar. Really cool, really fun, get you creating quickly. Just a few more things so you know. This is the stand that comes with the guitar, and it actually plugs in via USB-C. And when you put the guitar on the stand, kind of snaps into place and it starts to charge. So you can see that it's red, and it will blink red, I believe, until it's fully charged. And on the side, it will show charging as well. Kind of very convenient, but you can also, if you don't want to use the stand, there's still a charging port on the actual guitar. The accessories that came with it were a complete user's manual. These are some earbuds, which are kind of almost like really good in-ears that came with it, and which is really nice. Truss rod adjustment, and the truss rod is like a little rubber thing that just pops, or the truss rod cover is just a little rubber thing that pops off. Very convenient. And then pops back in like so. And yeah, that's it. So it's just kind of really kind of a cool looking space age thing. It does have this soft shell case as well, with a neck brace inside the case and a bunch of pads on the bottom. So very easy to travel with. Just a fun guitar. I mean, you could probably take this up camping, all sorts of stuff. So it does have an app. This is the app. So if you wanted to connect to your guitar, you want to scroll over to your guitar, which is this white one here. The Enya NEXG2, you want to hit connect. It's going to search, and you want to select next gen system, confirm. All right, so then here you have all your settings in the app. Mic in and out, all the volumes you can adjust. Line out, everything that you can adjust. You can go to the guitar tones and edit those as well. And some of the effects, there's actually different effects. Wah, actually, and then there's some tools as well. You got your drum volume, your looper volume, all this stuff is in the app. So if you don't want to use the screen, this is probably the way to go. And then here's all your basic settings, your tuner, all this kind of stuff, screen brightness, mic pairing, everything that you can do on the guitar. Screen itself is in the app, and actually the app seems a little bit easier to use because the touch screen is a little easier than the touch screen on the actual guitar. So my daughter's boyfriend is here, and he's quite the singer-songwriter, and I kind of showed him how to use this. He figured it out in like, how long did it take you? Me just showing you?
3-4 minutes.
He figured it out in like 3 minutes how to use it. So we're gonna let him play a song that he wrote real quick. So here we go. No pressure, Robbie.
No, yeah, let's try it out.
Picture frames in magazines, pacing through the gallery. You tell me this brings you back to better times. Your children sitting down the road, bathing sunlight. Something in the art you see, something's elementary within me. Is there something wrong? Come along. sweep me off mine. I can color inside the lines. I'm a simple person with simple powers. Counting 7 to 6 to 5 days a week. I'm missing you badly and kissing you in my dreams. You built yourself a house there